Welcome into Caps Off. You know, baseball fans in San Francisco have a reputation of being a little bit pretentious. This is not going to help their case. We are eating popcorn with a fork. Listen, I eat a lot of food on this show. I think outside the box on this show, but popcorn does not require a utensil. What are you doing, San Francisco? Welcome to Caps Off. Phil Murphy here, riding solo. Our Caps Off bullpen has been stretched, so need some extra innings out of your boy, and I'm happy to provide it, especially with all that we have to talk about today. Coming off a Players Weekend, we had a potential World Series preview in Los Angeles. The Dodgers looked like the class of the National League, and the Yankees themselves and Aaron Judge looked like they could be poised for a deep October run. Judge delivering in more ways than one. He made a promise to John Brown, the father of Yankees bullpen catcher Jason Brown. Listen in.
I'll get one for you tonight, right?
You can always trust a Judge. High, far, and out. The 99th homer of Judge's career. Baseballs normally don't carry well in Dodger Stadium, especially when Clayton Kershaw's on the mound. No problem for Judge and no problem for the Yankees. They won 2 of the 3 games in that series. Now, all due respect to the Mariners, once the Yankees left Dodger Stadium and went up north to Seattle, not the same challenge that the Dodgers present. Judge still making history. Aaron Judge needed only 371 career games to accomplish this, his 100th career home run. For some context, he is the 3rd fastest ever to 100 career dingers, trailing only his teammate Gary Sanchez and Philly slugger Ryan Howard, who needed just 325. Here's your complete list. Judge sitting number 3 ahead of, Hall of Famer Ralph Kiner, Hall of Famer Joe DiMaggio. This is a who's who of young baseball studs. Aaron Judge, 371 games to 100 homers, the 3rd fastest ever.
His power is, it's unbelievable.
I've never seen anybody hit the ball like he does.
It's out of here. Another bullet home run from Pete Alonso.
Home runs are sick.
It's out of here. Pete Alonso has struck again.
New York's a big city. If any town has room for a home run slugger in addition to Aaron Judge, it is the Big Apple. Pete Alonso injecting life into the Mets season, making history, and I was on hand to see it as the Mets faced the Cubs. We came to Citi Field to talk to the Mets about this brutal stretch of schedule, facing 25 teams in a row that are in playoff contention. But we got lucky and witnessed club history as Pete Alonso broke the New York franchise record for home runs in a season, hitting his 42nd of the year. And we talked to the Polar Bear after the game about setting that mark.
As soon as that ball came off my bat, I knew right away. Made such good contact. Felt like I capitalized really well on that swing there, and it's such an amazing feeling. It's been a dream come true so far this year, and I feel really blessed. I feel honored, and just gonna keep trying to do the best I can every single day, and try and help this team win.
Now imagine this. Say Arsenal were on the cusp of a top 4 berth, but then they look at their fixtures, and up next, Man City, Manchester United, Spurs, Liverpool. That's basically what the Mets are facing. A team that's been surprising in getting back into playoff contention, but now having 25 straight games against opponents in the playoff picture. I talked to Alonso and other slugger J.D. Davis about this brutal stretch of fixtures and what it means to the club.
I think every game is important. No game is, bigger than the other. I think we just got to, take a step back and settle down a little bit. We're young. We have a lot of emotions going on with us, and a lot of us, this is our first time, going through a pennant race or just a playoff race right now. So we have all the ability in the world, and we have great instincts, great guys. We do our homework. It's just a matter of time, where we get hot. We got hot really, over the last month, but hit a little bit of a cold streak, but we'll get hot again.
I feel that every single game is important. I don't think one game is more important than another. I think that it's just, every single game matters at this point. Every single game is a playoff type game because everything has an implication for us towards the end of the year. I mean, we're at the nitty-gritty of the season, and I mean, that's really no secret. I think there's 5.5 weeks left, but I think every single game matters. I don't think that one game necessarily matters less or more than the other. All of them matter.
Alonso has been a pleasant surprise for the Mets, and then some, already setting the franchise record for home runs, and he's a rookie setting the league rookie record for homers. He's the 4th youngest player to win the home run derby. We saw him do that in Cleveland early last month, and he leads all of baseball in homers over 450 feet, so these are clearing the wall with authority. Now, a pleasant surprise is Alonso. Another pleasant surprise, all the food options at Citi Field. Yes, I'm an unabashed Mets fan, and last week I checked out a game as a supporter myself. Tried the Ballpark Brat. It's a hot dog about yay long. That was pretty good, but I wanted to sample some other options at Citi Field, so when I was heading back for the game earlier this week, I checked out what else they have to offer.
Now, when I think about New York City food, 2 things come to mind. Classic New York pizza, but you cannot recommend New York pizza without starting essentially a turf war. The other one that comes to mind is a little safer, pastrami on rye. And here at Citi Field, they do it right. They make a classic New York deli pastrami sandwich. The key feature, of course, the pastrami. But they put some real heart and soul into this meat. 20 hours before the gates open, they start cooking it, slow cook. So when you're watching a game one night, the next night's meat is already cooking. They make 800 pounds of this per game, and I got lucky. I got the 3rd to last New York deli pastrami sandwich. All right, the depth of flavor. You can tell there's some butcher shop craftsmanship that goes into this sandwich, and the best part is the mustard that goes on both sides of the rye bread really adds to the flavor, has nowhere to escape. Not bad on the wallet. $13.50 comes out to about 10 pounds. Also not bad on the waistline, guys. 350 calories.
Ronald Acuña. Swing and a drive. First pitch. Can you believe it? Throw pitch to deep center. Way back to the wall. It's a grand slam. He has done it again. Bambinazo de Ronald Acuña Jr.
So there's no shortage of superstars who are young in the National League East. The Braves are running away with the division, and they signed Ronald Acuña Jr. to a big contract extension in the offseason. But even at the time, we all thought, okay, they got him at a bit of a discount. Return on investment has only improved. Against the Mets, in a series sweep by Atlanta, Acuña stole his 30th base of the season, having him join the 30-30 club. 30 home runs, 30 steals in one season. Yes, the long ball gets all the accolades, but this guy is a beast on the base paths as well. And doing it at age 21, he's the 2nd youngest player in Major League history with a 30-30 season, only surpassed by Mike Trout. Accomplished the same feat back in 2012 at age 20, and the way he's racking up MVP seasons, the Braves got to be happy about Ronald Acuña Jr. and what the future holds for him. That was quite a thing. This is what a thing. Last week on Caps Off, we mentioned Players Weekend, but not just customized jerseys go into it. Players are allowed to customize their boots as well. Cameron Maybin, Gary Sanchez, Aaron Judge getting in on the fun, having Little Leaguers sign his boots, and Mike Tauchman, Game of Thrones boots. How about that? Pretty sweet stuff there. Back to competitive baseball. Giants taking on the Athletics, a bit of a Bay Area rivalry. Stephen Piscotty in right loses sight of it, somehow makes the grab. Turns out Glove is blind. Sticks out his mitt, makes the grab, goes down as F9 in the box score, but it's a lot more fun to watch. This not as fun for the Indians. Todd Frazier facing the Indians. Tyler Clippard airmails at the first badly. Frazier just keeps rounding the bases, and Yasiel Puig, normally a fine defensive player, throws it away. Todd Frazier did win the Little League World Series title with Toms River, New Jersey back in 1998. There gets a Little League triple where just errors left and right. Mets ended up sweeping that series. So that is the poor end of the defensive spectrum. We go to the other side, the top defensive plays of the week. with our web gems. Yasiel Puig didn't make the cut this week with that throw to third. Here are 3 plays that did. Number 3, Angels Astros. Fly ball down the third base line. David Fletcher running into the barricade, makes the grab, knocks over a beverage. Backhanded, no less. Number 2, back to Indians Mets. Everything went right for the Mets in this series, including this by J.D. Davis. Shades of Willie Mays and the catch over the shoulder. Can't see the ball at all, makes the grab. And number 1, Red Sox, Padres, fly ball to center. If you like the way you look that much, you should go and glove yourself. Jackie Bradley Jr. scales the wall, makes the grab, and robs the Padres of extra bases. See, I do miss my co-host, Mark, but the nice thing about not having him around to red card me for my glove love puns, this one's actually relevant. That was a Justin Bieber song I referenced in that JBJ catch. And Bieber had a tie-in to Players Weekend with Shane Bieber, the Indians pitcher, his custom shirt, not Justin, with his number 57. That's pretty clever, but he was one-upped by the musician himself, the A-lister, Justin Bieber, riding his motorcycle with a custom shirt that says, not Shane Bieber, and he tweets at the Cleveland pitcher. Very clever stuff there from Justin Bieber. Caps off to you, and caps off to all of you watching. I hope you enjoyed this show. I have some pastrami on rye to finish unashamedly. This sandwich stays pretty well, and I guarantee it tastes just as good as it did over at Citi Field. That's it for Caps Off. Thanks for watching.